Do you have mental parasites? I know it might sound weird. I mean, like, mental parasites, what's even that, Jose? Well, mental parasites are those thoughts that come into your field and then you're like, wait a minute, that's not me, or it feels weird, or it makes you contract. My name is Jose Reynoso, and I'm here to inspire you to release any thoughts, any beliefs, any programs, any parasites from your mind, so you can reclaim your power as a sovereign, beautiful light being. Light workers, starseeds, indigo childs, the call has been sounding all over the world, asking all of us to step into our power, to wake up every morning saying yes to life, showing up as us, our most beautiful, masterful self. Because I don't know if you've noticed, and you don't even have to watch news because I don't watch news, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the world is collapsing. And I'm not telling you this to create fear. I'm not telling you this so you go and hide under the blankets. I'm telling you this because the journey of being a light worker is also the journey of truth. And avoiding to see and to acknowledge what's happening in the world doesn't serve you and doesn't serve the community you live with or the entire world. Mental parasites are those thoughts, those ideas that have been pulsating for hundreds of years, from generation to generation, from your ancestors all the way until you were born. And they're still being pulsated to create control among all of us beautiful light beings, among all sentient beings in this world. And I'm inspired today, that's why I'm making this video, to let you know that if you choose to, you can release those parasites. And what are those parasites, you may be asking? Parasites are fear, anxiety, stress, illness, disease. All of those are what I call the energetic parasites, the emotional parasites, that many, including myself, until not too long ago, and when I say not too long ago, some years ago, we all decided by our own unconsciousness to adopt as our and feel that that's who we are. Before I proceed, I want you to reflect upon your own life. How many times have you stopped pursuing your dream, asking that guy or that girl out, investing all your time and money into your project, into your vision, because you felt afraid, because you felt that you didn't have what it takes to be able to achieve what you were ready to pursue? These, dear one, are the parasites I've been talking about. And I know many of us have done lots of fasting and healthy eating and parasite cleanse and gallbladder cleanse, and you have not, I highly suggest you to do it, and I'll do a video all about how to detoxify your body from physical parasites, which also bring energies. But today's video is all about supporting you in first acknowledging that fear, anxiety, stress, depression, and disease is not you, is not anybody. It's part of this low vibration wave that's been pulsating through the entire earth for hundreds of years with an idea to control humans, because whoever is doing this, which I'm not going to enter into my own ideas or philosophies or insights of who is doing this or what is doing this, but I think it's perfect that it's happening, because this is what we, and include you, even though you know it or not, but now you do, we all agreed to incarnate in this lifetime or previous lifetimes to go through this suffering, to go through this pain, to be oppressors and be oppressed, because we've all in past lives killed and we've been killed. We've all raped and been raped. We all have to go through all different layers and degrees of consciousness in this planet to be able to arrive where you and I are right here, right now. This is the process of awakening. And in this awakening, dear one, there's no space for baggage, there's no space for guilt, shame, laziness, low vibration, and definitely there's no space for the parasites that you might have been carrying for way too long. So the first step, as I was saying, is to acknowledge that there might be some energies that are lingering around you. And let's not blame anybody for that. But as I was saying before, TV is one of those outlets or inputs that are supporting the propagation of these mental and emotional parasites. I have not watched TV in at least 10 years. Kid you not, like at least 10 years. I do watch Netflix because I'm able to choose on demand what I want to do, and I know there's algorithms that they start to know what I like and they start to pulsate other things that I might like, so they kind of like want to divert my attention. But I don't even watch Netflix. Sometimes it could be months without watching, and then it could be a month that I watch every single weekend. But I'm telling you this because it's very important to be in control of what you consume, either in way of food, in way of audio, which is audiobooks and music, or people you're talking to, whatever you read, newspaper or books. By the way, I also don't read newspaper for the same reasons I'm sharing. I don't consume TV. Because if you think about it, what do you scroll through on TV? Different programs. And what is a program intended to do? To program the viewer. So that big black box, well, now there's many colors and they're not so big, they're thin, but they carry the same weight. They carry the same intention, which is to program those that come in contact with the TV. And to be honest, TV is garbage. Like, I sometimes go to a friend's house or to their parents' house and I see what's happening on TV and I'm like, that is pure, unadulterated shit going into your eyes, into your consciousness. No wonder you're waking up anxious. And this is when it relates to the mental and emotional parasites. I remember growing up and loving to watch action movies and like kind of like SWAT Commando and like Chuck Norris, I don't know, like just like action adventure movies. And I still like adventure movies, but I realized that 99% of what I used to watch, it was violence, it was killing, it was abuse. And what this was creating, it was a subconscious program, because that's what I was choosing to do unconsciously, to program myself with violence, killing, rape, murder, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. And this, the reaction that creates in me, every morning I was waking up a little bit anxious. I will have very little tolerance with my mom. By the way, if you're watching this, Mom, sorry for all those moments I was reactive. Because watching that, it was programming my mind, without me even knowing it, to behave like the movies. Because if you can see it on the TV or on the movie screen or on the computer, it creates that reality and suddenly it becomes okay. So even if you see somebody die, you're already programmed to accept that. That's why we see so many people recording fights with their cell phone in high schools or in outside of a club, because we've been programmed in a way to be able to accept that instead of interfering with it. Hey, this is not okay, guys, like chill out, go somewhere else, don't fight. But we see it so often that the mental parasites come into our subconscious and allow us to tolerate that. So if you are ready to start waking up excited, to start waking up thinking like you could be thinking, without conditioning, without thoughts, beliefs, programs, and parasites that deserve no time or space in your consciousness. One of the first hacks, tips, advice, and recommendations I can share with you is stop watching TV/newspapers, because it's a very small group of people that are in charge of creating that TV programming, that news programming that also comes in written words. And those few people have very intentional ideas and interest of what they want those programs and news to create in the population. And luckily, throughout these past 18 months, I have not been in contact too much with news or newspaper, but sometimes even my family is like, hey, Jose, you should study the world, or you should be a little bit more a global citizen, and they put it in my face until I'm able to just move it away. But I've seen glimpses. And I went to take my car wash not like a few months, well actually like 7 months ago, already a while. And they were putting the CNN. In Costa Rica, in the car wash, they had CNN on English. And a huge corner, it was saying all the people that are dying through the pandemic and all the cases, and it was just like going up like a casino machine, like ting, ting, ting. And I had to get out of the waiting room because I was like, how on earth somebody is supposed to watch this and not feel panic, not feel that the world is coming to an end? And this seeded in me, within me, the inspiration to start sharing what techniques, what tools can we start implementing in our life to shield ourselves from these parasites. Because these energies, you don't need to have a tapeworm in your belly to have a parasite. Parasites are also energetic. And I always say this, and I've been told this also many times from other teachers and friends. The light attracts darkness, and darkness attracts light, because really the opposites always attract themselves, positive and negative. That's male and masculine, the moon and the sun. We always attract our opposite. But if you are a light worker, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this, a starseed, an indigo child, a being of another dimension, and you're still learning how to navigate this human experience, be advised that it's very important to start creating a practice. And just by doing this, I already got goosebumps, because I know the power of intention, prayer, and my words, bringing a practice that elevates your energy, transmutes any negativity that might be lingering in your body, creating an orb of light, a spiral of energy that shields your vital force, that shields your soul, that shields your energy, your physical body as well, from any low vibratory energy, thought, belief, and parasite. That's why I've been sharing for a while in the link on my description a breathwork that you can start implementing every morning. And when I say every morning, you'll see how good you feel if you implement this every morning. You wake up, you do a morning priming ritual that I guide you on audio step by step. You breathe in a different way also, and then you visualize your day and you set your priorities and you shield your body with energy. That way, when you go throughout the day, you don't cling into or onto these low vibratory energies. Because as you rise, dear one, as you start to show and glow your light, I can assure you, you're gonna be attracting lots of unwanted attention. Because sadly enough, for now, what I've seen in my own journey and those that I've worked and people that I love and admire and follow, is that those that we start to rise above average, those of us that we start to rise above mediocrity, those of us that we start to wake up, stretch into our full potential, those that they're not aware of their own mediocrity, their own complacency, their own shadows, will start to reach out either to suck your energy or to bring you down, because we don't like people that rise and shine their light. Because it's in a very deep way a reminder that we could also be doing that, but we much rather bring others down than elevate them. But because you and me and your friends and those that you are meeting on this journey of light, because we already have gone through this lifetime so many times and we've learned our lessons, and we are here knowing who we are, knowing what we are, and ready to be in full service and devotion to the law of one and the law of love, We no longer guilt or shame to others that are ready to shine their own light. We encourage them, and by doing so, we are also allowing ourselves to also not be afraid of shining our light and stepping into full mastery. This is Live Awakened with Jose, and I'm excited to hear your comments of how you've decided to stop watching TV or reading the newspaper or watching online news, to be able to reclaim your own energy space, to reclaim your own thoughts, and to be able to filter away the garbage, release the parasites, and start to hear the song of your heart, and align your body, your mind, and your spirit to come home, to come into your true nature. Remember to subscribe on the button on the left. Remember to share your light. Remember to not hesitate, not even for a millisecond, that you have everything you need to achieve your wildest dreams, and that the new earth is being ushered as I speak, as we live through these times of darkness, of crumbling of big institutions in society. And that which seems for many to be the end, to be the death, is not but the leaves of a tree falling into the ground, providing the fertilizer, the nutrients for this new awakening that is taking place. With love, with gratitude, all the way from beautiful Costa Rica, Namaste.